C of Regulation 15, we are talking about discharge of oil in all areas except Arctic and Antarctic by the vessels with less than 400 tons GRT, gross tonnage. If you remember, you must remember actually, in Annex I, generally we are talking about the vessels with more than 400 ton GRT. So here we want to tell that it does not mean that the vessels less than 400 ton GRT, they can do what they like. No, they shall comply with Part C of Regulation 15 for discharging any oily mixture inside of the water. And it says, you shall fulfill with these requirements. You shall be en route. You shall have 15 ppm system. So it means that some type of approved system you should have on board, which is approved by your administration, that it says that it makes sure that the content of your oily mixture which you are going to discharge will not pass 15 ppm. And the third and the fourth is same as before. It's talking about tankers with less than 400 ton GTs, that this oily mixture which you are going to discharge shall not be originated from the pump room bilge or residues of the, or mixed with the cargo residues. So if you are a vessel with, let's summarize like that, in Part C of Regulation 15, we are telling if you are a vessel with less than 400 tons GT, okay, and you are in any areas except Arctic and Antarctic region, you are allowed to discharge your oily mixture into the water if you fulfill with these four conditions. First of all, you are en route. Secondly, you have 15 ppm system. And the third, this oily mixture is not generated from the pump room. And the last one, it is not mixed with cargo residues. That is finished with Part C of Regulation 15. Okay, let's talk about the last part, Part D. In Regulation 15, Part D, we are talking about something different than Part A, Part B, and Part C of this regulation. Actually, when we are talking about Regulation 15 of Annex I, which is a very important regulation in this annex, which is talking about control of discharge of oil, which is categorized in three parts, Part A, Part B, Part C, outside of a special area, inside of a special area, and with vessels less than 400 ton GTs. That is different things. So mainly when you are telling Regulation 15 of Annex 1, remember about discharge of oil in three different categories. So always I'm telling like that Regulation 15 of Annex 1 is talking about these three categories. Discharge in outside of a special area, discharge in inside of a special area, and discharge by small vessels, less than 400 ton GTs. But in Part D, actually, this convention is giving some instruction to governments. Actually, I want to simplify like that. In this part of Regulation 15, the convention says, you as a government, as a representative of a government, if you see any trace of oil around any vessel, you should go through this one and investigate that is there any violation of provisions of this regulation or not. There is many mechanisms that, for example, you should check the vessel route, vessel records, wind speed, and many things else to verify is there any violation of provisions of this regulation or not. In Part D, there is two paragraphs. In the second paragraph, that is actually the last paragraph of Regulation 15, let me tell like that, the last paragraph of Regulation 15, it is talking about circumvent means bypass of this regulation by using any type of chemicals. It means that you cannot use any type of chemicals to show the less, to mix with the oily mixture and showing the less amount of oil inside of this mixture. Maybe I can tell you it is talking about such kind of chemicals, same as OSD, sea cleaner, and something like that. And you know, in some ports, some strict ports, same as Australian ports, it is completely prohibited to use sea cleaner, OSD, or this type of things. That coming from here. Definitely you have heard on board of some vessels that even you cannot use OSD here. You should ask the control that, can I use the OSD? Can I use the sea cleaner? And they are telling to you, yes, you are allowed it. They are telling to you, no, you are not allowed it. That coming from here. That coming from this regulation. Regulation 15, Part D, the second paragraph. It says like that even you cannot circumvent this regulation by using any type of chemical. I can tell you, I told you some examples from this chemical, same as OSD, sea cleaner, and this type of things, that it is we have on board of mostly of all vessels. Okay, this was end of Regulation 15. I think mostly we talked about most of the things. This is a very important regulation. So thank you one more time for watching me again. I will try to make another video, and definitely in the next video we will talk about Regulation 16 of Annex I. Okay, and we'll see each other again in near future. Thank you for watching me.